Hi guys, welcome back to part 2. I'm James Walter from Seed Chocolate, and in this part I'm going to show you half the process, nearly half, of bean to bar, how we make chocolate. So we're going to start with, in the previous part I showed you the pod, the cocoa beans are inside. So we source our cocoa, cacao, done roasted directly from the farm. So it comes all the way from Peru, straight to my kitchen, straight here. We then roast it, we mill it, we winnow, and then we stick in a stone grinder to make it all smooth and luscious. Then we age it, and then it goes into the tempering machine. Now I'm going to show you half of this, and then we'll do the rest in part 3. So let's take you to the cocoa. Now the cocoa comes from Peru, like I said. It's direct trade, so you've heard of fair trade. Fair trade isn't all it's cracked up to be. With what we're doing with direct trade especially, is we're ensuring that we give the farmers a fair price for the quality of cocoa, and you know, we can pay up to 4 times more just for this quality, and it goes directly to the farmer, no middlemen, and it just helps them to expand, show other farmers around, turn into cooperatives, that kind of thing. So it's not just tasting good, it's helping the planet also. So what we've got here, I'll show you, we've got 1, 2, 3. These are 3 different varieties of cocoa. It's not just single origin Peru, these are all from Peru, but the 3 different varieties of cocoa. Now, in the far side, we've got a Gran Nativo Blanco. Now, we make an 88% dark chocolate with that, which we are releasing very soon. There it is. Now, these are unroasted, so they're very acetic, smelling wise. Very, almost vinegary. Oh, I love it. And then we've got this. Now we were lucky enough to get the first harvest of this, 2018, Gran Yapatera Blanco. We won a 2-star Great Taste Award last year with this. It was a 75% dark chocolate. Now, just look at them. Look at those beans. Amazing. And then the third one, we've got a Gran Chililique. Again, they're all from Peru. So, from that point, what we do, stick you back up there. How are we all doing? Alright? So what we want to do with the beans when they come to us, before we roast them, we want to sort them. We want to make sure there's no foreign objects, stones, rocks, metals, anything like that, or even bits of string. You know, they can be from farms at the end of the day. As you can see here, these are the ones, the good ones, and these are the ones that we don't use. You know, we discard these. They've got broken husks. Some of them are really flat and dehydrated. There's nothing in there. And then we've got, you know, 2 beans joined to 1. We don't want that. We get rid of that. We want the beans intact so they roast evenly. Now, this is where we take you to. Whoop. Here's the roaster. Now, there's nothing in the roaster, but just to give you an idea, it's basically a coffee roaster. Now, there, where you can see the lights, that will be full of cocoa beans, and we would roast that for a set amount of time. And what we do with that is, what we're doing with this process is we are trying to get rid of the acetic acid, that vinegar kind of smell, taste. So a drying process. And then we want to hit the development process, almost the development curve. And that's where we develop the flavours and we eke out the fruitiness. So the fruitiness is already there, but we just want to enhance it or help it along. But we don't want to over roast. We still want that lovely cocoa balance there, long lasting cocoa finish. If you over roast, you're going to get bitter qualities in there, bitter notes. You might even get like a twiglet kind of flavour. It's okay, but why would we ruin the quality of cocoa we've got here? We want to enhance the quality. Without this ingredient, we couldn't do anything with it in the first place. So it starts at the farm, all although we turn it into chocolate, we cannot stress how important every process is from the farm to what we do. So from that point, it goes through a mill. I'll just turn this off. It's getting a bit warm in here. This is basically a juicer with the guard taken out. And what we do is we put the roasted beans into the top. Now it's quite noisy, but what it does, it separates the husk. Well, it just crushes the bean basically, and you'll see. I'll just switch it on. Straight in. Nice and simple. Now we'll do kilos at a time usually. But in there, you can see the little white flecks there, the husk. Paper thin, not good for dogs. And then we've got the nibs in there as well. So from this point, it goes into the, well, it goes through the winnower. This is a winnower, and this is a glorified hoover. The hoover sucks the husk up, the nibs drop down with gravity. Simple, it's a simple process, just takes forever. It's not the bane of my life, but it's a long-winded process. So we can switch around, and this is what's basically going to turn it into, well, we're going to get nibs from this. We switch it on, there's the hoover, nibs, and there, hoover suck it up, the nibs pulled out. Very simple. Get you back this way. And what we're left with, essentially, and this is the Gran Yapatero Blanco that we saw earlier on there, pure cocoa nibs. Beautiful. And they smell, they've been roasted, they smell like cocoa, fruitiness. Oh, amazing. Honestly, if we had smellogram, I'd let you do it, that's fine. So, that's how we've come from the bean, well, from the farm to the bean, to us roasting it, to getting nibs. Join me for part 3, and we'll go through the rest of the process to make, finally making chocolate, and then we'll take you into the other room and show you a bit more about what we do, and then where you can find ethical chocolate, why it's ethical, and your local chocolate makers. So, thank you. See you later.